What's good, everybody? It's your boy Roy Valentino. Now, this week I would like to start off the video by saying the views and opinions that I'm about to express are completely mine. Nobody else is telling me to say these things or telling me not to say these things. This is what I think about the situation that we're going to talk about, and this is nobody else's idea except for mine. Now that we got that out of the way, we're talking about the military, guys. I know that a lot of y'all are high school seniors, people that don't know what you're gonna do with life, stuff like that. And I'm gonna stress right now, if you do not have patriotism or you do not have to see yourself being in the military, please do not join. You will hate it. You might like it, but I know a lot of people that have come to hate it because they didn't join because they wanted to. They joined because they had no other option. They were doing stuff at home. They don't know what they want to do with their life. Stuff like that. Their parents wanted them to join. So if that's you, please just sit down, look at your life, find something that you actually want to do, because a lot of people get lost in the military. I'm not saying that everybody does, but I know a lot of people that get lost in the military. They join the military, they do some dumb stuff, they ruin their life off. I'm going to stress that a million times. Please, unless you see yourself in the military, do not join, alright? Now, this week, since we are talking about the military, I thought that I've had a bunch of people come to me and be like, hey, I know you're in the military, yada yada yada. What are some things that you like about the military? What are some things you don't like? So I was like, you know what? Instead of having a million people ask me this, I'll just make a video that all y'all can watch. So, without any further ado, here's the top 10 pros and cons about being in the military. Let's get into it. Alright, pro number 1, you get a steady paycheck. Every 1st and every 15th, you getting paid. No matter what's going on, no matter how well you do at work, you getting paid. That is one great thing I will say. It may not be what you want to get paid, but you getting paid. So, I've had a bunch of times where I've had friends be like, damn, my job in retail, I only got paid $150 this week because I didn't work enough hours. It's not like that in the military. No matter how many hours you work, that's a bad thing. So most of the time, you getting paid. So if you get paid, are you getting paid for the 12 hours you work, or you get paid for the 100 hours you work? You get paid. That's one good thing about the military. Con number 1, you get treated like a baby most of the time. They tell you what you can wear. They tell you where you can live. They tell you how you gotta clean your room. They tell you all kinds of stuff. Like, I know when I was living in the dorms, every week and a half, 2 weeks, I would have somebody banging on my door. Room inspection. They gotta make sure that your bathroom's clean. They gotta make sure your toilet's clean. They gotta make sure your bed is made. And I understand why they're doing it, but it's kind of like, damn, I'm an adult. I left my mom's house to stop having to do that. I mean, yes, I keep my place clean, but it's still annoying when you gotta go somewhere, and then before you leave, you gotta be like, oh shit, let me clean up real quick, because somebody could walk inside your room whenever they want, and then they could just go inspect your room and then fail you, and then like that, you're sitting in front of your commander trying to explain why you had a trash can full of trash. And it's stupid shit like that. Like, they really get mad at you if you have a trash can full of trash or something like that. Like, my trash, that's where I put my trash. What the fuck, you want me to take it out every single time? So, that shit kind of annoyed me when I was living in dorms, and you feel like a child sometimes. That's all it is. It's like, it's not super bad, but you just feel like a child sometimes. Pro number 2, you get to travel the world. I know plenty of people. I have a friend that's over in Africa right now. I have a friend that's in Korea right now. I have plenty of people all over the world that I know because they joined the military and their jobs provided them with the opportunity to travel the world. And hell, even if you don't get to travel the world, a lot of you guys get to travel the United States. Hell, I was born in Arizona, raised in California, and I know plenty of people from both of those states that are living in Florida, living in New York, living in Wisconsin. I would say Wisconsin. What the fuck? What the hell is Wisconsin? Anyways, New Wisconsin, they live in there because you get to travel the whole world. I have plenty of people overseas and deployment and stuff like that. I just had friends get back from Dubai. Y'all know Dubai makes their own islands? They have a big ass palm tree island that they fucking made. That shit's rich. That place is rich. They got indoor snowboarding and shit. I was like, what the fuck? But that's neither here nor there. You get to travel the world, alright? Con number 2. You have to ask permission to do damn near anything. And I'm saying, like, if you want to go snowboarding or something like that, you gotta go get a piece of paper sign saying, I understand that snowboarding is a high risk. It's called a high risk activity sheet. I understand that snowboarding is high risk and I can get injured, yada yada yada. It's so stupid and I've had friends that wanted to go skydiving and their commander told them, no, you cannot do that. And I'm like, I'm trying to live my life and stuff like that. So why are you telling me I can't do something? I've had friends do that, and I've had friends that, what, a couple years ago when the World Cup was going on, they were trying to go to Brazil for the World Cup. Their commander told them no. He said you cannot go there. They said why not? They had the money to go. They had everything set up. Commander said no, they're not allowed to go. So you gotta ask to do damn near anything like that, like leaving the country. You gotta ask. Doing high risk activities, you gotta ask. I have friends that were trying to fight MMA because, I mean, that's just what they like to do. That's what they did before they joined the military, and that's just what they love to do. It's a good workout, yada yada. They wanted to fight MMA. Can't do it no more. Cannot do it no more. But I also have had friends that they were able to do it, but kind of pushing the line. It depends on your commander. I know my commander, she's alright, she's cool, but I know some commanders that are not. Pro number 3. You get to pursue jobs that you would have never even thought about pursuing, and you might end up actually liking it. I have a friend that's my homie Darren Lee. He's a firefighter now. I don't know if he would ever thought to be a firefighter, stuff like that, but he's an Air Force firefighter. That is a dope ass job. That's actually the job that I want. My best friend is an X-ray technician out in California. That is a job I would love to have. Me personally, I don't have the job that I love to have, but that's neither here nor there, because I'm getting out soon. But people get jobs that they love in the Air Force. I know people, at our base right now, we have a job where all you do is they're a photographer. They get paid to be a photographer for the Air Force. So they're up in airplanes taking pictures of other airplanes and shit like that. It's dope. That job is dope. I have plenty of friends that are loadmasters and they get to fly. They're in the airplane every single day. Every time that plane flies, they're in it. And they go all over the place. That's dope. My job, not so much. I fix airplanes. It's not cool. But if you like cars, and if you like working on cars and stuff like that, I don't. But if you do, working on airplanes, that's the next best thing. Because think about it, you're working on a multi-million-dollar aircraft. So if you like doing things like that, that's a job for you. That's dope. So, like I said, you get to pursue jobs that you would have never even thought. Because say if I would have loved my job, I know damn well that before the military, I don't give a damn about cars. I don't give a damn about mechanics. Now that I'm in the military, still don't give a damn about mechanics, but I could have fell in love with it if it was for me. But I would have never tried it had I not been in the military. Con number 3. You could get stuck somewhere like I did. Little old Royale from Arizona moved to California. 2 great states that I love. 2 great states that I love. I'm joining the military thinking, oh yeah, I'm about to go to Germany, I'm about to go to Florida, I'm about to go back home to California, I'm about to go to Hawaii. No. I have been in the military for 3.5 years. I have not left the state of Texas. Nothing against Texas, but the area that I am in Texas, not fun. Granted, I met my wife here in this city. I thank God that I met her. Other than that, get me out of here, okay? But I can't go anywhere until the military tells me I can. So, like I said, you could get stuck somewhere. I know people in Minot, I don't know, South Dakota, North Dakota, something like that. They're in Minot. I heard that is the worst place to be. I heard that place is terrible. Sorry for anybody that watches. If you're in Minot, I still heard your place sucks. Okay? So, if you don't want to get stuck somewhere, please get a job that you're not going to get stuck somewhere, like Loadmaster, or get a job that can go everywhere. Me personally, my job I can go to here, I can go to Arkansas. That's about it. It's stateside at least. That's about it. Or I can go to Germany, which is lucky, and I wish I could go there. Germany or Japan. I would love to go there, but I'm stuck in Texas, and I can't do anything about it. So, one of the cons, you might get stuck somewhere. Pro number 4. Most of your schooling is going to be paid for. Granted, you have to go to school and have a full-time job at the same time, so that kind of gets tough. But as long as you're dedicated, you can get a bachelor's. I know one of my supervisors that just retired, he had a master's degree. He in the Air Force is completely paid for it. Depends on the degree, and depends on, I don't know, because I'm trying to be a plastic surgeon, and I already talked to them. They said they're not paying for all of my plastic surgery school, all my med school. So if you have a job like that, then you might want to talk to a first. But for the majority, most of your schooling is going to be paid for. You will not have to pay anything. All you have to do is maintain your grades, because if you fail a class, then yeah, you gotta pay that back. But that's the way it should be in life anyways. You can't be getting rewarded for failing, stuff like that. So a lot of your school is going to be paid for, and you can make a career, or you can make a living. If you only sign up for 6 years like me, I'm going to school, and by the time I get out, I should have a degree. So that is one major pro. That's a reason that most people join. The 2 biggest reasons people join that I hear is to travel the world and for school. So that is a major key. That album was fire. Major key. DJ Khaled. Don't ever play yourself. Con number 4. Most jobs are going to pay you a lot more if you're doing them in the civilian world. Like I said, I work on airplanes. That is a 6-figure job. I am not getting paid anywhere near 6 figures in the military. No, I am not getting paid nothing compared to what I could be getting paid on the outside. Granted, this is great. If I wanted to go do this on the outside, the military is a great way to get your foot in the door, because they give you all the training you need and everything like that. But that's either 4 or 6 years of training, when if you really wanted to, you could just go take a direct path to fixing airplanes, say like you want to do with my group. If you take a direct path to just go into school to fix airplanes, bam, it takes what, a year, maybe? You will get so much more done in that year than I'm doing in this 4 years. Listen, please. You will be paid 8 times more doing what you're doing in the civilian world for a lot of jobs. Okay? Because in the military, it's a pay structure. I'm getting paid the exact same as the people working at the gym. I'm not dissing anybody. This is just the way it is. I'm getting paid the exact same as the people in the gym that work for the gym. I'm getting paid the exact same as the people that cook our food. And I fix multi-million-dollar airplanes. Now think about that. That's kind of insane, right? I'm not saying that I'm any better than them, because no way am I. I'm just saying that it's weird, isn't it? Because if you were getting paid the same as a person working at McDonald's, when you're like a businessman or something, and you're getting paid the same as a person working at McDonald's, wouldn't you be kind of mad? That shit don't make no sense to me. But I don't even have a but, honestly. It just don't make sense to me. I want to get paid more, man. I just want to be paid. That's all I want. I want to get paid more, man. Sorry for that brief moment that I had for myself. I go through this every day. It's a struggle. It's annoying, I know. I'm gonna add a con to this pay structure. I'm gonna add one. Because no matter how much you work or how little you work, you get paid the exact same. So there's been days where I worked 12-hour shifts for multiple days and my paycheck was the exact same as it did the week before when I was working 8-hour shifts. Or there's weeks where I've been not at work at all that week. Paychecks still look the exact same. So in that case, yeah, it's great. But it happens a lot more where you're gonna work many hours more than what you're supposed to be working, and you're still gonna get paid the same. So that's another con, because the pay doesn't change unless you get up and rank. So that's another thing to think about. Can you deal with that? Pro number 5 and final pro. You get to meet all kinds of new people from different cultures, from different places in the world, from different states. You will make some of the best friends that you'll ever have in your life. My best friend, the guy that's going to be the best man at my wedding, Justin, I met him because his mom was in the military and she moved to where my dad was in the military. So his mom was in the military, they moved to California. My dad was already living in California. My family was already living in California because of my dad being in the military. So I met my best friend because of the military. We met at the base gym playing basketball. That's how I met my best friend. You will meet all kinds of people. I've met African people, I've met Vietnamese people, I've met people like Filipinos. I know I have a lot of friends that are Filipinos back at home, but I've met like people from the Philippines. I've met all kinds of people, all kinds of walks of life, all kinds of cultures, all this stuff. I have learned so much about other people being in the military, because where I was living at before, back in California, it was nothing but Filipinos, black people, white people. There's a few Mexicans and Hispanics sprinkled in there, but for the most part, it was a lot of Asians. So I knew a lot about like Filipino culture and stuff like that, like take your shoes off before you walk in the house, stuff like that. But I didn't know anything about no African culture, didn't know anything about like German culture, European culture, stuff like that, like Middle Eastern culture, knew nothing about that stuff. I have Muslim friends now. I have Muslim people that I work with now. They are dope people. Fuck Donald Trump, by the way. They are cool peoples, and they're in the military, and I would have probably never met them or met so many of them, because they're everywhere. Different cultures are everywhere, so over time you would have came in contact with them. But I've met a bunch of them in abundance at one time because of the military, and I've learned so much about what ticks them off, what is offensive, what's not offensive. Like, you just get to know people when you're in the military. Final con number 5. It's the age-old military saying of until you're at the top, you're at the bottom. Okay? And it makes sense, because no matter what you are doing, unless you are the head honcho in your shop or at your job or whatever, you're at the bottom. Like, you could be the best senior airman. I'm just speaking for Air Force terms. I don't know what Army, Navy, Marines, what their rank is, but I'm just speaking for Air Force. You could be the best senior airman, yada yada, all the best. Yeah. Like, everybody likes you, everybody worships you and everything like that. They all come to you with the job. You're the best. You're known as the best. As soon as you make staff sergeant, your ass goes back down to being the bottom. You're the bottom staff sergeant now. So shit rolls downhill. So whenever somebody at the top gets in trouble, shit starts rolling down. And when you're at the bottom of the pile, you get the most shit. That's just the way it is. And for a lot of people that are brand new airmen, brand new military members, they understand this more than anybody. They get the most shit because every single day it is, why aren't you learning? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? Yada, yada, yada. Now, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all because it needs to be done. But when you're living that, it is so fucking annoying. I had to go off on plenty of people because they used to just come at me sideways because they think, oh, you're the bottom of the barrel. You're yada, yada, yada. Do this, do that. Be like, bro, you do some shit. So I used to get in trouble for that because it's just, I just can't. I just wasn't that guy to just get shit on every day. Some people are. Some people can deal with that shit. Me personally, nah, not for me. So I used to get in trouble with that shit. But I couldn't be mad at the idea because this is an age-old military custom that shit rolls downhill. So when you're at the bottom, you're at the bottom. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Alright guys, that was my top 10 military pros and cons. This is not me telling you to join the military. This is not me telling you to not join the military. This is me telling you to make your own decisions, but just be educated on these decisions. Please be educated. Do not make a rash decision of, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, so I'm going to join the military. Please sit down and find something to do with your life. You might end up hating the military. You might end up loving it, but in more cases you end up hating it because a lot of people that don't know what they're doing, they don't have structure, and the military is strictly structure. Okay? Follow me on all my social media accounts. My Instagram is Roya_Valentino. My Twitter is SavvyRoyale, Savvy_Royale. My Snapchat is RoyGBiv. I'll put all the links in the descriptions to all of my social media accounts. Please don't follow me on Facebook. If I don't know you, I will not add you. Facebook is for family. Until next week, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. You guys are the best fans around. I seriously do appreciate you guys. And my last note, just be educated. Thank you. Thanks for watching.